Hello, writers, and welcome to the Researchers Writing Podcast. This podcast is for all your researchers in the sciences who want to write papers in a structured and time efficient way so you can get published in top tier journals at a calm and steady pace. In this podcast, we talk about how we can write papers that are clear, concise, and compelling, and how to make the process of writing less hard. My name is Dr. Anna Clemens, and I am an academic writing coach with a PhD in chemistry. In the Researchers Writing Academy, my online program, I've had hundreds of researchers get their papers published in their target journals using a streamlined writing process. If you want to succeed in your academic career, mentor your students effectively, and have your research make an impact in the world, you are in the right place. Let's get into it. Hello, writers. I'm so excited to be speaking to you again today. And actually, today it's not just going to be me, but I'm having a guest. And my guest is Geetika Chauhan, who is a PhD student in Poland, in Warsaw, in the field of geophysics. And Geetika is also a member of the Researchers Writing Academy. And I'm so excited having her on the podcast today. She can tell you a little bit more about what it's like being a member of the Researchers Writing Academy. And we dive a little bit into what sort of why Geetika joined the academy, what she likes the most about it, like what are really the things that keep her going back again and again. And what I thought was so fun in that conversation with her is that she says that she has a stack of online courses she has bought and never watched, and that's why she was a little skeptical buying another one. And I totally get it because I also have some online courses that I have spent money on and haven't watched. But you'll find out what's making Geetika actually take this one, actually, engage in this one and actually implement what she's learned. So have fun in this conversation and talk to you soon. Geetika, you're such a amazing member of the Researchers Writing Academy. You joined us a few months ago. Um, and yeah, you've left such an impression because you always bring such good energy to the calls and the co-writing sessions. Um, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to chatting to you. And my first question is really going back to when you decided to join the Researchers Writing Academy, what was your motivation for doing so? What struggles did you experience with writing papers or getting your papers published?
Oh, it was a really difficult time for me because I was on my 10th draft, and I realized I'm going nowhere with this draft. I need help. And I was like, okay, first initially I thought it's problem with the English, but apparently an academic English is no one's first language.
Right.
So uh, so I was like thinking, okay, I need help. I need to, and that is when I stumbled upon your profile on X.
Hmm.
And I wanted to buy the course right away, but I was a bit skeptical because you know how it's with online courses. They get you're lonely, you're just doing this course by yourself. And then after having followed you for a bit, for a month, I guess, I just went ahead and purchased the course.
You're
Uh,
cool. Amazing. Yeah, I had to laugh when you said academic writing is nobody's first language because that's something I'm saying a lot. And it's so true. It's so true because um, a lot of people think the English is the problem and that, yeah, when you're like a non-native speaker or English isn't like your first language, that's like you struggle with writing papers because of that. And it does make it harder, like no doubt. Like you have to learn like so much more. Like you have to learn a whole language, but it's often not the reason why I think like writing papers isn't going so well. Um, all right, so you then yeah, just went ahead and joined the program. When you joined, what was your first step when you joined?
When I first joined the course, I went through the modules, and but before going to the modules, I downloaded the two applications which we use for the notifications and to access the course through your smartphones.
Hmm.
And I joined the different spaces we have, and I just was just scrolling through the community. I got familiarized, I got familiarized myself with the community, and it was how I got started in the course, and I started following the modules. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. And were there any like other concerns you had before you joined? Like you mentioned that you felt like, well, it's an online course and like you know how it is. You can buy them and then you may not be so engaged because yeah, like nobody is like holding you accountable and actually watching it. Like was there anything else that you were like, I don't know, any objections you had, anything you were like unsure about?
Uh, I guess it was mostly about buying the course and not be able to complete the course, because it would have
Mm.
been just one of those courses and it would have been in my pile of many online courses which I'm supposed to complete. But however, after joining the academy, I was really surprised by the community. We have a very engaging community, I will have to say, and it was really fun, and it got me through, and I'm happy. Really, it's like the best decision I could ever made for my PhD.
Oh, that's so amazing. I'm so, so glad to hear that. And I agree with you that our community is really special and yeah, super engaged as you say. Like there are a lot of people who come in every day and it really is a really nice feeling of community. Like whether we are on a call together or whether we are like in the circle platform that we use to like yeah, to like connect and chat. Um Yeah, that makes total sense. And I'm glad to hear that the Researchers Writing Academy isn't one of those courses that, you just have like in a big pile of unfinished ones. Um, what do you think has like made it so that, you know, it isn't one of those courses that you didn't finish? Like, what do you think has made you actually engage with it?
Well, like I said, the community. Like we
Mhm.
have so many co-writing sessions, which is really great for me because I know if someone is there, I'm accountable. I will just do it, go to the, I will prepare myself for it, and we have a lot of writing sprints, which is really great. And it feels good to know that you are not the only one. There are others struggling with you, and you have found this community together, and you are trying to help out each other. So it's really fun for me this way because it feels more. It gives you a feeling of being in a class, but which is online,
Mhm.
rather than just a random online course which is just there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Also,
I started actually calling it more program because I noticed that calling it an online course, even though there is like an online course, I was like, it's not really communicating what it really like what's really happening in there. Because yeah, like the community is such a big part of it.
also we have like you keep on sharing some advices throughout the week, and then you have the Sunday accountability writing
Hmm.
blogs, which is really fun for me.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, we have a little accountability club where yeah, on Sundays always ask, hey, what do you want to do this week? And then on Fridays we like check in, hey, how did it go? Yeah, I love reading those as well. It's really fun. Um, and yeah, since joining, have you like what maybe can you talk a bit about like what has changed in the way you write papers? Like you mentioned earlier, like you were sitting on your 10th draft and things were not going so well. Like, can you kind of paint the picture of like how it has changed, like how the program has changed? the way you write or the quality of your papers?
Oh, it has changed drastically, I would have to say, because initially I was on my 10th draft, but after purchasing this course, after going through the modules, I started writing it a fresh draft, and it was approved within like just two times. There was revision, and that's all. It was approved very fast by the PI. So I was really happy about it, because come on, I was struggling on something for so long, and this course just gets it done within like 2 3 months, and it was really good for me.
Are you unsure whether enrolling in the Researchers Writing Academy, my online program, would be the right next step for you? Then, if you're not quite sure, I highly, highly, highly recommend you to take my free introductory training. There, you'll get the bird's eye view of what the journal publication formula, that's my step-by-step system to write clear and concise papers, really is. So just type in researcherswritingpodcast.com/free and get access to that free training right away. So type in researcherswritingpodcast.com/free and access your training. Let's get back to the episode. Oh,
Yeah.
that's amazing, Geetika. Congratulations. That's really, really cool. And I mean, the course is one thing, but also you really put in the work and you took the lessons, you like applied them, you went back and actually scrapped everything, right? So you had like you'd already worked on drafts and drafts and drafts, and you just started with another blank page and just started from scratch. I mean, a lot of people hesitate doing that because they feel like they don't dare like thrown away like this kind of like what's this what like sunken cost fallacy where you feel like, oh, I've put so much in this draft already, like if I throw this away then like I lose even more. But yeah, so it's I just want to say it's really brave to like do that. um can you maybe also speak a bit more about like when before you had the course, when you were writing these 10 drafts, like how did that like how did you do it? Like what kind of was the situation like? Like did you get feedback from your PI? Um and also maybe like what kind of headspace were you in? Like how did that feel like? What was the situation like there?
Oh, it was uh, it was really frustrating, I think, for both the PI and myself,
Hmm.
because I was writing these drafts, my PI was correcting those drafts, and I really appreciate that they were really patient about it, because even they knew it's my first time writing something, and it went to a point where we both realized that it cannot continue this way. I need to do certain things, and even I felt it for myself that no, I need a change. I cannot continue this way. Even I didn't have a proper writing schedule for me myself. I should just write. I should sometimes just write for the whole day and end up using just one sentence or even just a half part of it. So it was
Hmm.
really frustrating for me. But having joined the academy, I know that I cannot write for whole week. I can only write like 3 times a week, and only I can write for some like 2 hours or just 3 hours, which is really great for me. So yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Fantastic. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear it. So you did finish this one draft, right? So you like started from scratch and within 2, 3 months you had like the finished draft and like a draft that's ready for submission.
Yes, and I'm ready to submit it, which is really a great achievement for me, I will say.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's so amazing. Well, I mean, fingers crossed. Keep us updated how it's going with her paper. Um, We're talking about the Researchers Writing Academy. Like you already mentioned, a lot of the things you're using and that help you. But is there anything else? Like you mentioned, like co-writing sessions, which is where we like meet and write together. Um, and you mentioned the community. That's like our circle community, where we also like meet for like calls and like different sessions and events. Um, like what does like which elements do you like the most? Like is it those or is it maybe something else? I don't know. Take this
Writing
wherever you want
sprints.
to take it.
Writing sprints.
You're writing sprints. Okay, cool.
Writing sprints are my favorite.
Nice.
Yes,
Do you want to
and
explain maybe what we do or what a writing sprint is to those who don't know or like the way we have done them?
so basically in the writing sprint, we schedule it for like 2 weeks, where we are free to write on the days which we feel like writing, and we have to break down our tasks into smaller tasks because we have this checklist, so we can know how we can track our progress throughout. And we have we start this writing sprint with the meditation for the day, and then sometimes we have co-writing sessions. Sometimes we have open Zoom, these co-writing dates,
Hmm.
uh, and then we have always have this check-in, the everyday check-ins to see how we are progressing throughout the sprints. And I think it's really helpful for everyone.
Yeah, I mean they've been super
And so
fun
far we
for
have
me as well.
and so far we have had two sprints, and I really enjoyed them.
That's
So
amazing.
yeah, the first one was I did a lot of things in the first one. Second one was a bit chaotic for me because of the summer and everything happening, but I enjoyed it more than the first one because we this time we had this open Zoom call, and we had this
Hmm.
co-writing dates with everyone in the community, and it was really fun.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we do have an open co-writing Zoom room now where members can just meet, make dates, and just meet or just hop on really and see if anyone's there. So that's yeah, we started this for the second sprint and we just yeah, it was so popular that now we just have it open. Um, I'm just curious, do you still like use the co-writing room even after the sprint? Like, do you still, meet others?
Well, this week I'm not doing anything, but from
Okay,
probably
good.
from the next week I will again start using this
Nice.
rooms. Yes,
Nice. Yeah, we did say that this week should be no writing if you did the writing sprint because we just finished the writing sprint last week. Um, cool. So who would you recommend to join the Researchers Writing Academy? Like, who do you think it would be a good fit for? And what would you say to those who may be on the fence who are like thinking, well, I'm not sure if I should join? Like, what would you say to them?
and like I said before, it's the best one of the best investments I could have ever done for my PhD, and because uh, there are uh, certain things which you need to follow to write this manuscript, and it's really clearly explained. And I really like that you explain things using the movies. For example, the Jurassic Park movie.
Hmm.
It was really fun to explain it in a way that everybody understands without using the technical words. So it was really fun.
Cool, cool. Um, Amazing. So, is there anything that I haven't asked that you would like to add?
I don't think so. I think you've covered everything.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much, Geetika. It is a pleasure having you in the academy, and it was a pleasure having you on the podcast.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
If you would like to submit a question for me to answer on the podcast, please head to researcherswritingpodcast.com/question. That's researcherswritingpodcast in one word.com/question. And if you enjoyed this podcast episode, it would really mean the world to me if you could review it in your favorite platform, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whichever app you're using. The more reviews a show has, the more likely it will be shown to others who are looking for podcasts in the academic writing space. So thank you.